What's up, guys? Nethervvoid here with another World of Tanks patch 8.7 video for you. I've already shown you my E25 video and what I thought about the E25 tank, what I think about it, how the price did come down after that video, which I think is a good sign that Wargaming also agrees that that tank is too costly. It's actually was priced higher than the SU 12244, and they changed it. It's now 6,700. I still don't think it's a good idea, but to buy it. But again, that's my opinion. If you want it, buy it. If you think you can exploit its pros, get it. I don't think most people can, and so I'm saying I don't think most people should buy that tank. But anyway, we're not talking about that in this video. We're going to talk about mainly the changes on the test server in 8.7 to the Soviet Scout line. Namely the T-50 and the T-50-2, which is actually changing to the MT-25. So what you're seeing right here, though, is the super Pershing. Now, somebody said, hey, they asked me, hey, can you check to see if the super Pershing changes are up on the test server yet? And clearly, by looking at the stats in these two images here, and the images of the tank armor angles and stuff like that, that it doesn't look like it changes in. It looks like the super Pershing is exactly the same on live as it is on test. The version on live is obviously the one here with my DGA symbol up front, my emblem, and where I have, well, I guess I have all kinds of tanks in both of them, but it's the one on the left. The one on the left is from live, the one on the right is from the 8.7 test server. So as you can see, again, exactly the same tank. So that is not changing, at least for patch 8.7 as far as I'm aware. It could be 8.8, I don't really know. I would imagine it probably will be something like 8.8 because they've been talking about those changes for quite a long time. So now you're seeing the T-50 live server on the left and 8.7 test on the right. And if you look at the differences here, and you know what, this is a bad screenshot because I don't think I have the T-50 fully upgraded on the live server or on the beta server. So hold on, let me get that fixed. I will be right back. Okay, so oddly enough, I thought the image on the right was incorrect. I thought it was not the fully upgraded test server for the T-50, but it is. That is the upgraded T-50. I can't believe it. Look at that, 300 engine horsepower. Okay, let's go over all the differences here. It looks like there's just a 1 ton increase in weight, first of all, a drop of 250 horsepower off the engine. The 300 horsepower engine, I believe, is the stock engine for the current T-50. The top speed reduced from 60 to 52. Traverse stays the same. Armor stays the same. Just running down the thing here. Turret traverse goes up, but who really cares? It's already turning it so quick anyway. And that's it. But that is a huge nerf, especially the power to weight ratio dropping off so heavily. This thing is a slug, and it felt like a slug when I was driving it on the test server. Somebody said that they nerfed the T-50, and I didn't recall seeing any of that in the patch notes, but it is definitely nerfed. Let's go to the video now of me driving both the T-50 on the current server and the T-50 on the test server. Hold on a second, let me set that up. Mark. Okay, I can't watch these two videos side by side, so I'm just going to talk about them. I'm going to put them side by side. But so you can see the acceleration right off the gate here. Again, the current server's on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left. Test server is on the right. The test server acceleration, a lot slower, even though, yes, the live version is on solid ground. But where it really starts to show is right here where I'm going to come up to the alleyway on the test server here, or the street, and start swerving back and forth. Now, you probably already saw me start doing that in the live version, but the test version is obviously just way, just way laggier in its curve turning ability. You can see it feels very sluggish compared to the live version. Not only that, but obviously the acceleration is a lot different. There's a couple times, actually, I didn't stop. Well, I did stop a couple times in the live version. You should be seeing me do that. And it's obvious I just get right back up to speed with no big deal, no problems at all. Now, a lot of people speculated why why Wargaming is changing the Russian scout line. For one, the T-50-2 it was actually a much heavier tank than the T-50. So having it be a better scout than the T-50 with better maneuverability and top speed and all that kind of stuff, it was not even close to historically accurate. So, and I'm going to stop this here. We're going to flip over the T-50-2 video, and hold on a second. So yeah, here is the T-50-2 video that I did record where I did some decent scouting and didn't die like pretty much right away. And as you can see, so they said, yeah, the T-50-2, T-50-2 was nowhere near realistic. And so yeah, there are a few tanks that have some unrealistic stuff on them that didn't ever happen in the war, but not so much as the T-50-2, which basically never even existed on blueprints like it's supposed to. So this is the MT-25, actually, not the T-50-2. This is what's replacing the T-50-2. Some obvious stuff right off the bat. You're going to see some stats. I'm showing them right now. There's a huge difference in weight here. The hit points are pretty much the same, but this tank is a lot more sluggish and has worse acceleration than the T-50-2. It's still a scout tank. It's still a tier 6 scout tank, if I'm recalling correctly. But it's not going to scout as good as the T-50-2, which is probably kind of good because the T-52, I'm just going to call it the T-52. T-52 was so good that no other scout, like, why would you ever use any other scout tanks? That thing's so amazing, nothing else could compete. So I think at least this way, scout tanks from other nations can compete a little bit better. I don't think a 1375 or 1390 is a better scout tank for, like, I would say, for random battles, because those aren't really scout tanks. They don't get the, they don't have as good a camouflage, let's put it that way. I don't even know if you could use this as a scout tank. It's going to have scout matchmaking if I recall correctly, but it's okay. It's not that great. I didn't feel like it was that great because I do have the T-50 on the live server. Obviously, I showed it to you. I have played it enough to get the feel of it, and this thing felt nothing like it. It just felt really sluggish, like a 1375 does, kind of. That's still good mobility for a tank. Obviously, it's not bad mobility, but it's nothing like the old T-52 was, and it's nothing like the old T-50. So, pretty much going to have a nerf to scouts right after a nerf to arty. It sucks for you guys that play those arty and scouts. I have to say, obviously, if that's your favorite part of the game, you're going to be hating life. Personally, I really only play heavies, mediums, and TDs. I don't really play the whole scout arty game. So it's not going to affect my game personally, but I know for a lot of you guys that's your main form of play on the game, and they've kind of really nerfed it really hard. It's just the nature of the beast. Things are going to change in a game. So anyway, I don't think there's... Oh, I did want to show you one other thing. This is what you're seeing now is the new map. This is also another new thing coming out in 8.7, the new map. I can't remember what it's called. It's called something. I thought it was in the replay or the video, but apparently not. You guys already probably know what it's called. I'll probably just put it up on the screen what it's called. But there's a really trick Easter egg thing about this map that I want to show you, so I'm just going to cut this video here, and I'm going to show you that little trick. They might have already corrected it. I thought I saw a patch note that said they corrected it, but I'm not sure, so let's cut to that video. Here, again, is on the new map. This is under this little bridge right here on the map in the middle. As you can see, I'm getting wedged under here. You probably already saw this before. We call it skeet shooting in another video, where you get wedged into a part of the map, and your tank shoots out of the map. Now, this one only works with very, very narrow tanks. I think before people were using the ELC to do it, and that works really... I mean, I would imagine it works pretty good on this map as well. Again, I heard they were going to fix... they might have fixed this already. I did see a little note that they... There I go. I finally shoot out of there. I did this in a training battle with this guy. But they might have already fixed this. I did see a patch note about it, so I'm not sure if they fixed this or what. So there I did a little bit of shooting out from underneath this bridge. Now, it wasn't as impressive as the other map that this used to happen on, which is Siegfried Line, I think, when it first received, I think, after the physics update. There we go! Boom! You're both dead! That was hilarious, and I just wanted to show you that little Easter egg. Let me know what you think about these tank nerfs, and I'll see you guys later.